You know, when you've been through, and I'll give you a story of my life. I was born in Nottingham. My parents from Jamaica, they came to the UK, and then my mum, she was a nurse, so then we moved to America, and I lived in America for 10 years, for example. I went to high school in America, in Bronx, New York. We lived in an apartment building, which was, I think it's probably for lower rent or something like that. I don't know what it was called back then. It might have been, you know, for low income families or something like that. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, because back then I don't know whether we mentioned things like that. And then I also came back to the UK when I was 19, because I got married at 19, and my husband at the time was abusive. So I left America because I really felt that I was frightened for my life and I didn't want to stay there. So I left and came back to the UK. And so there was my husband I was fleeing from. There was also an earthquake and a hurricane that year, and I was like, how many more signs do I need to leave? You know, so I left. I took that leap of faith, and I left, and I went to the place that I was born, which is Nottingham in England, for example. So went back there, had a child at 23, and I became homeless with a child. So I was a single parent back then, and I had to go into a homeless shelter. So you may see me now and maybe you think, oh, she seems to have it all. But you know, everyone's got a path that they've walked that you really wouldn't be able to, really wouldn't want to walk down that path. So we've all got our paths, we've all got our journeys. But I wanted to give you some idea about who I am, just in case you're seeing me for the first time and you don't know who I am. So like I said, I had a child, 23 years old. Didn't realize that I could actually claim benefit, because my parents, I didn't see them claim benefits.